All right, howdy. So we're looking at the Akai GX280D SS, which arrived yesterday, and the controls are not working on it, with the exception you'll see in a second. There are a couple of sort of exceptions. This is the back, those little clumps of wires you see there behind the big braid along the front. Those are what are connected to the transport switches. The transport switches all go up to this board here, which is the logic board. And it's what controls all of the in and out of the modes, so fast forward, etc. Depending on where the switches click. You'll see, if you watch this relay right in the middle of my screen, see how it goes in? That's the fast forward relay. What it does is, you can't see them both together, and the lighting's just not that good. I don't think I can get it that good. But what happens is, when you push this one, it actually turns both the front here, which is the fast forward, and the rear, which is the rewind, on. I'm going to turn around it in a second so you can see how those buttons are working. But this board here is what I'm calling the logic board that I sent the individual pictures of, and it is where it smells like it's gotten hot at some point. Another common, it is an edge connected board. So just like in a PC, this actually pulls out once you have removed these 3 screws. So I did pull it out, and I did clean the contacts on it several times, hoping that maybe it was just some nicotine or something that was making the contacts dirty. And I did the same to all of these 3 here. And this Molex connector here, which connects motor power. Those are the only quick connects I can see in here. The other thing is that whatever is behind this here, which looks like some power supply resistor or capacitors, is getting pretty hot. So excuse my shaky cam here for a minute. I need to get this down where I can turn it around a little bit. This one was a relative pain, by the way, to get apart enough to look at it. There are about 20 screws involved in getting to the, just to where I could get to this part of it. As you can see, the lights all come on, that's great. And that motor in the back, the flywheel, which is the capstan, is spinning. Now I've got it wired on. If you take this pressure off this lever, you see it shuts off. That's the automatic tape shut off. But for troubleshooting it, I want to have it working because none of the other modes work unless it's on, so I have it wired on. Watch the reel tables here and here. This is rewind, this is forward, as I push the different buttons. When I push fast forward, the light comes on and it does go into fast forward mode. But as soon as I let go of the button, what ends up happening is it goes, it's hard to do this so you can see both at the same time. Watch this, it's in fast forward mode. As soon as I let go, it stops fast forwarding and it automatically goes into rewind mode, which it should not do. So that's an indication there's some kind of logic problem. Stop obviously works. Reverse, I haven't been able to get anything to happen with at all. And every once in a while, the light comes on play, and just every once in a while, I've gotten it to lock into place. And the only way that I've been able to get that to happen is that sometimes if I loosen this board and wiggle it a little bit, it will get that to happen. but it's more likely not than yes. So I think what's going on most likely is that there is a problem with this board in this machine. And like I said, it smells like it's been hot, and that color in the picture that I showed, it should be a kind of a bright green color, and it's more like a green with like a, you know, aged brown look to it. The rest of this stuff up here, these capacitors sometimes go bad, but then the motors wouldn't run. Motors all work great, fast forward and rewind. And as you can hear and see, the main power, or the main capstan motor, works, and that little thing below it that looks like a tape head is actually a tape head. It's reading how fast these, turn it off. It's reading how fast these notches that you'll see as it slows down. It's a big heavy motor, but it's reading how fast the notches in this motor spin by. Let me see if I can slow it down a little bit. Yeah, so you'll see there's a surface on there that it's counting as it goes by. That's what that head does. But that's the story with the machine. Obviously, I had to take the faceplate off of it and take it out of the cabinet. Like I said, arrived in great, you know, cosmetic shape as it looked on your listing, but it unfortunately also doesn't work. So I just wanted to take the video and kind of show you what was going on with it.